The NBA announced a new format for the 2020 NBA All-Star that same season. That new format aimed towards making every quarter count for charity. It was also an honor for NBA legend Kobe Bryant, who had passed away in a helicopter crash that season in January. So here's a look at the recent changes to the NBA All-Star Weekend, and let's take a peek to see if they're really worth it and if they're making the game exciting. The first All-Star game was first played at the Boston Garden in 1951 in order to regain public attention to the league. The president at the time suggested the league host an exhibition game featuring the league's best players, similar to Major League Baseball's All-Star game. Let's also remember, in the 50s, baseball was America's pastime. NBA President Maurice Podolov was pessimistic about the idea and really was not on board. In the first All-Star game, the Eastern Conference defeated the Western Conference 111 to 94. The East versus West format was from 1951 all the way to 2017, and that's when the format was changed. No more East versus West. The NBA All-Star format was revised after the 2017 season. The change to the game was part of a push by Chris Paul, who is now with the Phoenix Suns, who was serving as the president of the NBAPA. The league implemented changes in its voting system that same season, reducing fan voting totals to weigh 50% in All-Star starter results. Both the players and media were given a 25% share of the vote for the first time in league history. To sum up, the major changes were as follows. There were still 12 players from each conference. Each conference still got 5 starters. The captains were able to pick from the pool of 10 starters, then a pool of 14 reserves. Then in 2020, the NBA announced that it revised once again the NBA All-Star format. That change came in the wake of NBA legend Kobe Bryant's tragic death. It aimed to increase the level of competition throughout the game and provided an additional excitement at the finish, which made the outcome of every quarter count for charity. The changes included a new fourth quarter format that honored the late Kobe Bryant, and let's also not forget there is now a set score. But with all the changes to the format and added technology to the All-Star game, it's simply not the same. Yes, there will always be stars, dunks, three-point shots from half court, but the All-Star game is missing that East versus West factor, that competition between conferences, that conference pride, when players from each conference would simply battle it out. And to make it more competitive, the NBA should make it to where the winning conference gets home court advantage in the NBA Finals, and maybe that would make the All-Star game more competitive, not just amongst players, but for fans who are watching from the outside in.